Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing a story time. I only did one on this channel, so I want to go ahead and do story time number 2. And based on whatever creative title I come up with, this is what it's gonna be about. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the video because this is still traumatizing to this day. Alright, so I have a bunch of horrible bug experiences that I'm not too fond of to share because first of all, it's embarrassing and I don't like it, and I don't like bugs. Actually, I used to like butterflies and ladybugs and stuff, but when it comes to those ugly bugs, I stay away from them. And I stay away from them for a reason, like, ew. The first story that I have, these are not in order by the way, these are just like from my childhood. I don't have anything recent. Well, actually I do have something recent because I just had a flashback. I take that back, I'm gonna save that one for last. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the ones that are just popping up in my head. Alright, so when I was younger, I used to go over my aunt's house with my 2 cousins that were around my age, and it's always around the summertime because we used to be together like all the time. Even when I was in school, I used to go over their house for the weekends, sometimes winter breaks. You know how that goes when y'all just close with family. Anyway, I remember this one time I was over there and I don't remember how old I was, but I was definitely a kid slash preteen, and it was summer, and you know, usually during the summertime you're gonna run across some bugs. Maybe those giant weird mosquitoes, little mosquitoes, and then June bugs. I don't like them. I was at my cousin's house, well, aunt's house, and we usually play Call of Duty all day from the day and then watch Family Guy throughout the day and night, and that was pretty much the routine. This day in particular was different because I guess my uncle had somebody coming over to look at his dog. His dog was a Rottweiler and he was a pretty big dog, and his name was Zeus, and so I guess he was trying to find somebody to breed with Zeus, or somebody just wanted to see what Zeus looked like in person. I'm not sure. I went outside and it's nighttime, and I remember one of my cousins were like,
I'm not going out there because of the bugs, like they fly everywhere and they get to the light, and I'm not trying to deal with any of that, or I don't even want to risk it.
and I was like, girl, like, you doing too much, you being extra. Okay. So then after that, the other cousin on the other hand, she came outside and she was like, I'll go outside, you know, she was just going outside with me. My uncle had his friend and his friend had his dog and then his dog, and they were just chatting it up, garage doors open, and my aunt is standing off to the side. And what had happened was, in the middle of them talking in this conversation, a freaking June bug flies into my outfit. And what I had on at the time, it was like a tank top, and then it was one of those half zipped up hoodie jacket things, except it was like short sleeve. You know, hopefully I can find a picture of it and just put it right here. If not, then I'm sorry, use your imagination. But I had one of those on, and a June bug flew into the back of my freaking hood, and I kid you not, I flipped my, because I heard the buzz, I felt it impact the inside of my hood. So immediately I start to scream, and I start to scream, and I stopped, dropped, and rolled like I was on fire. I'm not even kidding. I'm not joking. I would not joke about this, but it is a bug, and it is a June bug. And the whole time I'm screaming, get it off me, and I like unzip my jacket and I take off running inside of the house. It was so embarrassing because I was like, why did that happen to me? And the whole time everybody was just laughing at me. Everybody was laughing at me. It was so horrible. And so I went back inside the house and I asked my cousin if she heard me screaming, because she was like, what was that about? And I said, yeah, that was me screaming because a June bug flew into my hoodie. And she was like,
I told you so.
And all I could do was just sit there and look at her like, because she was right. She was right, she was valid, but at the same time, I didn't think that would happen because what are the chances of it happening, you know? But I guess that's what I get. The next thing that happened to me was also when I was, you know, child, preteen age. I went over one of my family members' house and I was in one of my family members' rooms and I was in there chilling, you know, watching TV because I think I was over there for the weekend, but I'm not sure. It's like a 50-50 chance. Either way, I was over there chilling in the room, watching TV, and then I look in the hallway and I see, you know, one of my family members, you know, laughing and stuff, and they're older, like they were way older, and you know, they were laughing and stuff, and so I'm kind of looking, I'm not even watching TV anymore, I'm just seeing like what's going down in the hallway, and all I do is hear this person laugh, and then there's like this pantry door right next to the room that I was in, so I could clearly see, you know, and it was super close, so I could clearly see what they were doing, but I couldn't tell what they were doing. So they had the pantry door cracked to, like, you know, the linen and stuff, and they put something on top of it, but I didn't know that that's what they were doing. Like, I thought they were just cracking the door, but I didn't find out until after the fact. So fast forward to where this person calls this other person over and they walk towards the pantry door, but I got curious and I opened it myself. I shouldn't have done that, because the second I opened that door, something fell on my head. You want to know what fell on my head? It was a freaking roach, and it fell on my head, and I freaked out. I screamed so loud, and I like quickly did one of those, and I took off running. Because it was a big one and it was alive. That's not normal. That's not right. And so then after that, this person comes running and they're laughing and they were like, I told you not to open the door. Because they did. They told me not to open the door. But I was confused as to why. So, you know, reverse psychology, I'm going to open the door. And I did. And, yeah, I suffered the consequences. And you want to know what really makes this situation messed up? It's the fact that I took off running, goosebumps and paranoia all around me, and I go run to my mom, who's in the living room watching Real Housewives of who knows what, and I'm trying to get her attention to let her know, you know, hey, you know, I've just been traumatized, like, can you say something to make me feel better? But y'all want to know what she says? She says,
"Don't interrupt me. I'm watching Real Housewives."
And I just looked at her with this blank look, because it's like, what do you even say to that? How do you even respond to that? So I just sat in the kitchen, traumatized, just sitting there, and I'm just like, that did not just happen to me. And then we left that house and we went home, and I was paranoid for the rest of the night. I think I'm done with this story. The next incident that happened was, again, I think I was in high school. I want to say I was in high school, maybe my sophomore year. This happened my sophomore year, because now I'm like thinking about it, because, you know, my cousin used to come over here. I mean, you don't know, but now you know. My cousin used to come over here, a different cousin, and me and him lived in the same, you know, area. So we rode the bus together and we went to school together, because he was a senior at the time and I was a sophomore. And I remember one day a freaking creepy crawler made their way into the house from the outside. I don't like telling these stories because I have flashbacks from the trauma that it caused me, But anyway, one day I came back from school and he was with me, and I freaking, what did I do? I was on my way upstairs, you know, following my little school routine, going upstairs straight to my room, like your typical, and I look above my room door and there's a freaking bug. There's a roach above the door, and I scream because it was a big one. I scream and I took off running. Do you see the pattern here? I screamed and I did the dash down the freaking stairs, and then my cousin is like,
whoa, what's going on? What's happening?
and I'm like, dude, there's a roach up there. I don't know how it got over there. I don't know how it navigated towards my room or my area of the house. My room is not safe to go in. And so I called him to, you know, kill it, to take care of it. And he kills it and he leaves it like right there on the floor, but like to the side of the door frame. You know when you open the door and it's like the little hinge area, and it's like that little corner area but outside in a hallway. I'm being very specific so you can get the details, but that's where it was, or at least that's where he kicked it to. And I was like, hello, can you pick it up and, you know, flush it or throw it in the trash? Can you get rid of the body? He never did. So it stayed there for a while because I wasn't gonna pick it up. I can barely handle an alive one. So what do I look like handling a baby? Well, it wasn't even a baby. What do I look like handling an adult one? I was not gonna touch it. I even asked like my other siblings, like, can you please like pick this up? Can you throw it away? Nothing. So I made it a part of my routine to just, you know, avoid it and walk, you know, straight to my room and so on, and go about with my life while the thing just sat there. I learned a valuable lesson, and you're about to find out. I left my room one day. Be strong. I left my room one day. I had on no socks. I was walking to my room. I stepped on something cold. The thoughts that were running through my mind were, oh my gosh, like this is cold. What is this? And then just like that, I realized what it was. I screamed so loud as if it was bloody murder. Like you would think somebody was like you would think somebody was killing me. But no, the trauma continues because it was the body and it was on my bare foot. And didn't anybody come to console me? No, they didn't. They did not console me because they already knew the only reason why I was screaming was because of a bug. And not just any bug. That bug. This bug. I don't do them. I will never forget that traumatic experience. Now I can tell y'all the backstory as far as my trauma with that. I can't even say the word out loud, but basically when I was younger, I was always at my grandparents' house, and I used to be over there with my aunt because me and her were like a couple of years apart in age. I used to go over there and spend the night and stuff, and I remember this one night I was trying to go to sleep. She decided to traumatize me by saying that a roach was gonna crawl in my mouth or in my ear, and I was gonna have roach babies. And I know, like now, I know, like I know that that's not possible and it can't happen. But you tell a child that, and it's just gonna stick with them forever. So ever since she said that, the phobia, That's all I have to say. Like, it's a little short story, but yes, the phobia. She would say that to me all. Did y'all hear that? That scared the crap out of me. People be driving reckless over here. I'm trying to tell a story. All right, I guess I don't even know how to recover after that. Now, I think this might be the final story because I can't think of any other crazy experiences or traumatic experiences with those in a while, but I do have something that has happened to me recently to where I was like, make a TikTok, share my traumatic experience with my friends, or recover from this, because it was one of those what the moments, because I was literally thinking, what the. This happened a couple of weeks ago. I was working and I believe I just got off of work. I was about to play Call of Duty. And so before that, I decided, okay, let me just go outside and let me go to my car and let me get something, okay? So I was outside in my car for less than 10 minutes. Less than 10 minutes. You know, so far, so good, right? No. I walk back inside of my house, close the door, and I go back to my room, and I take a seat, and, you know, I have the game loaded up, and, you know, I'm ready to go. You have that feeling, or you ever get that feeling that something is crawling on you, but you're tripping, so, you do one of those, right? And, you know, usually that sensation or that awkward moment passes you. That happened to me twice. So I was sitting down and I was, you know, trying to play the game, and I felt like something was crawling on me. So I do one of those, tried to play the game again. And this time it hits me like there really is something crawling on me this time. So it's so fresh. I looked down because it was under my shirt. Usually I wear oversized shirts, pajamas, whatever you want to call them. I just call oversized shirts pajamas. So I was wearing one of those and I lift up my shirt. I lift up my shirt and I scream. I screamed so loud and I took off running. You want to know why I took off running? Because it was a freaking hornet on my tummy doing the moon dance, doing the Michael Jackson on my stomach, doing the electric slide on my stomach. And in my mind, I'm like, how did it even get there? I wasn't even outside for long. I didn't even hear anything. Like, that's how crazy it was. And then I took off running inside of the hallway, and then my siblings, they came out of their room and they were like, what is it? And I'm like, there's a freaking wasp in my room, because at the time I thought it was a wasp. And they were like, what? I said, there's a wasp in my room, like it was crawling on me. And I hurried up because, you know, I had paranoia. I had goosebumps. I took my shirt off. I took my pants off. I'm in my undergarments and I'm in the restroom at this point, locked in, making sure, you know, doing all of this, making sure it is off of me if it were. And they went in my room to investigate and they were like, we don't see nothing in here. So I opened the restroom door and I'm like, there's definitely something in there, because I know I'm not crazy. Like, I know I'm not crazy. I know what I saw. I know what I felt. It's programmed in my brain right here, so I know I'm not crazy. So then all of a sudden it gets quiet, and then all I hear is, wait a minute. And then all I hear is, oh shoot. And then you just hear a lot of ruckus and stuff. So they found it, and it made me realize that I wasn't crazy and that that situation was very real. After that, they didn't kill it. My sister did not kill it. Like, you're supposed to kill it. But did she? She did not. You know what she did? She threw it back outside. I was so disappointed. Not only was I traumatized, but I was so disappointed. And thankfully, it did not sting me. Because this thing was on my bare skin, you know? I don't know where the lesson was there, but I was not digging it. I think that's all I have to say for today. That was a rundown of some of my most traumatic, unforgettable, creepy crawler experiences, bug experiences, whatever you want to call them. But if y'all have any crazy bug experiences that y'all would love to share, please leave them down in the comments down below, because I'm traumatized, you're traumatized. Let's share our traumatization. I don't even think that's a word, but it doesn't even matter. I'm just here for your entertainment. So hopefully you do like the video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to leave your comments down below. Even if you don't have an experience, it's fine. And don't forget to subscribe to me and turn on my post notifications so you don't miss out on the next video. Aside from that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are. Bye!